One of the hidden costs that PEOs and ASOs struggle to capture is the time that their internal users spend with their customers, answering questions, running payrolls, doing all those different things that they do. You might have some customers that take up a lot of time, while other customers are really low-touch customers. They really want you to run their payroll, and that's all you really hear from them. So what the Darwin's business system does, it has an integration with Microsoft CRM and Outlook to help you automatically track this information and produce reports for your customers, or customer report cards, where you can hand them information, show them everything you've done for them over the course of the quarter or the course of the year. So as you can see right here, I'm just simply in my Outlook. I've got some workflow generated emails out here being tracked in CRM, and I can actually jump over to my dashboards area right here. And if I decided, okay, I want to see in a snapshot how much time I'm spending with my different customers, what customers am I spending my most time with, I can see it right away from these dashboards. What type of activities are most common, what clients are taking up most of my time over a certain period, and I can drill back through these dashboards and actually get to the data that makes up these dashboards. So if I wanted to see all the activities that are associated with a particular customer or particular activity, I can choose an item out of that pie chart over here, and I can see, for example, Brownie's Place, this customer of ours, most of their tasks are really just the payrolls that we've been running. Whenever we run a payroll, it automatically tracks that. How much time we expect that to take is automatically tracked in the system. And anything else we might have done. We've had one HR appointment with this customer. So we can see this information quickly and easily. Anything that sticks out, I can react to if I need to, adjust somebody's admin fees, etc. at the appropriate time period. And I get a list of all activities here. I can scroll by any of these different filters, see all the appointments, the emails, anything that I'm doing with the system. And I can even see the size of my clients here for reference. If I'm looking at how much time I've spent with a client, I can see their size based upon the number of employees. Maybe give me a reference point of why I'm spending so much time with a particular customer at this point. And that's great to see this information on a view like this. But if we want to actually use this in reporting, and either for external purposes or internal purposes, our Excel report builder gives you great options for some reports you can build with these items, these data points that you can hand to your customers or review internally. So for example, if I take a look at this cost of service report, this is more of an internal version, but we can do a version for this externally for the customers too, where I'll come in here and based upon a certain date range, I'll see how much time I'm spending with each of my customers, very similar to the dashboard. And then I'll see how much that's actually costing me to service the customer, or I can alternatively, or in addition to, have an external cost if I want to expose that to the customer. I'll come back to that concept in just a second. But basically I can assign dollar values to my users in the system, and I can see how much that's actually costing me to service my different customers. So when I go meet with Javier's Wine Shop, maybe I need to think about raising their admin fees because of how much time I'm actually spending with that customer themselves. And that's simply set up in the system itself. When I go back into look at my CRM and I look at my different users, I can come into any user in the system, open them up, and actually assign a dollar value to how much it costs per minute or hour, however I want to set it up. And I can actually put a dollar value to that. So any activities that this user does would actually automatically track that value. Say this is how much it costs us to have Tom Almonds visit a client for 30 minutes, something like that. And then going back to the report itself, so it gives us those cost values. I can also hand this same information over to my customer, obviously separating it out client by client, where I can give them a report card that will show them every point of contact I've had with either the customer or one of their employees or anybody else related to the customer itself. When it happened, how long it took, and if I choose to, I can expose an external cost number. Basically saying, in your area of the country, this is how much it would have cost you to hire somebody to do a benefits question, handle benefits, things like that. So they can get an ROI of their services with you. So when you go visit that customer talking about how you might have to raise rates, and they might come back and say, well, all you guys do is churn payroll for me, why are you raising my rates? You can show them this report card and say, this is everything we've done for you over the past year. This is every single time an employee has called us asking for a reprint of a benefit form or a W-2, or how do I log into the website, all those different types of questions that you're helping the customer with. You'll be able to automatically track all those things. That includes, in addition to all your everyday tasks, like I showed before, every time you run a payroll, that's automatically logged in the system as a task and how much time that took. So hopefully this would help you improve your customer service relationships with your customers. Show them fact that you do much more than just running payroll for your customers. Thank you.